Primetime, that's the name.
Primetime.
Primetime.
What time is it? Showtime, primetime.
It's XL Primetime, featuring Joe C.
And then he couldn't fire his glutes later.
Matt Hayes.
His balls are different in person.
And Leon Searcy.
So they were smelling themselves.
Oh, my gosh.
With no deal.
They are throwing down in South Florida with a little dust-up between the Miami Dolphins and your Jacksonville Jaguars. Jaguars today definitely covering it through the timeline of many down there, including Jamal St. Cyr, Johnny Shipley, and, of course, the Miami brass that's down there, media brass, I should say, the Omar Kellys of the world. So we will definitely dig in and get a little more as far as what this practice joint, the joint with the Miami Dolphins was earlier and finishing up now with your Jaguars getting ready to play them again tomorrow, or excuse me, Saturday night with the final preseason game. So with that, let's open up our Thursday show. It gets you fired up when you see these guys. Leon, this fight, and you saw a video from a couple different either – I'm trying to think of the ones that did it. I think Channel 4 was one of them. Anyway, the fight, all of a sudden, you've got 90 players on both rosters between Miami and Jacksonville, and there's this huge, like, pushing and shoving this big mass of people, and then there's an indoor practice facility next to the actual outdoor practice fields, and they're running in there fighting and swinging.
Love it. Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. I mean, listen, that's the reason why you do these joint. You don't do it to fight, but you do it because you're going against different competition. It doesn't become mundane going against your teammate every day.
Yeah.
So it gets a little feisty, a little fusty, and guys, you know, a little profane. So I like it. I like it. Absolutely. That's training camp, baby.
Well, it's funny, Matt, because we're reading some of the details, and it's either huge win for the Miami side, right, be it the defense or the offense, huge win for Jacksonville, be it the defense or the offense. Trevor's been picked off. All kinds of things have been going on. But we do live moment by moment with each play, and we either say they're going to suck or they're going to be good with each play. And it's practice, baby. It's practice.
It is. Okay, there's no doubt it's practice, but it's also – like these, you've got two teams that are tired of hitting each other.
Yeah,
and then they go,
and
then they go hit each other.
Yeah,
I think it's a little more than practice. I think it's there's a little, like Leon said, there's some intensity there.
Yeah,
there's a chance to hit someone else. And there's a chance. I mean, we're late right now.
Yeah,
cuts are coming. If you're going to do something, if you're going to make a name for yourself, you better do it right now.
Yeah, it's a little desperation, too, on both sides. Knowing that cuts are on Tuesday. Guys know. I mean, you asked me yesterday, do guys know they're going to get cut? Some do, some don't.
Right.
And it's always someone that's surprised cut guy. Every guy's always surprised when he's cut. Trust me, I don't care. I've been there. I've seen guys come in the locker room like, man, I can't believe I got cut. Really? I'll see you in practice. But I'm just saying that they are. It's just that they've been playing this game for so long, and to all of a sudden be told that they can't do it anymore. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's some tough stuff right there.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
And so there are guys that
somebody's got to go home and cry.
Yeah, somebody, and they do.
But they're also fighting right now to stand out in some way, shape, or form, in a positive way. And by the way, two sets of coaches' eyes are on all these players today. Mm-hmm. So I don't know how many of them are getting reps, but you figure there's 180 down there, and there's two sets of two coaching staffs that are watching.
Well, listen, I was a part of inciting the riot when I was with the Steelers. I was going up against
riot.
I did. It was Sterling Palmer. He was with the Redskins.
Oh,
and
I was all there for it.
Sterling Palmer, and we were doing one-on-ones. And in the one-on-ones, the first one-on-one, he head slapped me, right? And
he head slapped
bro. He was like Deacon Jones, bro. He head slapped me and went on the play. So I said, okay, I ain't saying nothing. The next time we went up against each other, I turned my pass block into a run block, and I rammed him, and I took him, and there was a fence there, and me and him went over the fence, and then the rest of the team came over the fence with us.
Over the fence.
Nothing like good old Miami, Florida State.
Oh yeah, because Sterling Palmer, honestly, wasn't he one of like the a physical specimen.
He was. He was a
But
big
just
guy.
did not make enough
But he
plays.
ain't going to head slap the big fella, though.
Yeah, no, he ain't gonna get away with that. All right, so we get it rolling. It is a beautiful Thursday. It's warm out there, but hopefully you guys will hang with us, whatever you're doing. If you're on the job, if you're working from home, whatever you might be doing, just kind of keep us turned up, and we'll talk a little Jaguar ball, a little college football. We're days away from Dublin, week 0 with Kansas State and Iowa State, Farmageddon. In Ireland, which is just crazy. But we'll get into that one. We're going to have to start making our picks for the college football, not necessarily for the college football playoff. We'll do that throughout the year. We'll do our XLP to the CFP, but we got to pick conference champions. And so today, I feel like we got to pick the Big 12 champ, and then we'll save the other of the Power Fours and the Group of 5 for next week. And then we got to at least throw out SEC, ACC, all the champions, and then those that we think that will play for the national championship. All right, you ready for that? Have you done a little homework?
I'm ready.
Okay, all right. We'll get that going a little bit later on. But let's at least focus a little bit right now on what the Jags are doing. And like we said, play by play, we're trying to figure out who's doing what and who's winning what battle. But the battle is going to come down to the 53-man, what they're ultimately going to be able to do to put a football team out there. And they may have this front office with Jimmy Gladstone's operating it. They may have found another key contributor in Colin Saunders this past week with that deal with Luke Fortner. And we'll see once this roster is official and you get the Eric Armsteads back in there, the DeJuan Smoots back in there, what this football team's going to look like, especially on the defensive side of the ball.
Colin's got some tread off the tires.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's been around a little bit.
He's,
But he also has
5'11", 310.
Yeah. He's nailed to the ground, bro. But he also is a guy that has seen and played a lot of good football.
Yes, I think if you can get 12, 15 plays at him, that's just huge.
Yeah,
It's huge.
you might get more than that, but I get what you're saying. A rotational guy
Yeah.
but he stay fresh and make an impact.
Yes.
And so all I'm simply saying is that if you come through 3 weeks of training camp and you're able to pull off another deal that gets you a quality player, not a starter, because you didn't make a big trade or anything like
I
that.
don't know that he's a quality player. I think he's just a good rotational
Yeah,
guy.
that's all I'm saying.
He's like Fortner, but on the other side of the ball.
No.
All right.
A little different than that. Fortner was a cast-off.
Well, listen, can he eat up double teams? That's all I care about. We're not going to ask him to pass.
I don't know if he still can. Who knows? We'll see.
We'll see. That's all I want from him. He's a little squatty body.
If he was that good, wouldn't the Saints want to?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, and look, we say it every single time. Why did someone get rid of somebody? Well, yeah, it's quite possible. They had either a surplus of guys, and they said we're willing to part with one, and we're lean on the other side of the ball. Who knows? But all I'm simply saying is if they can get a contributor.
Sure, I would
that's a
love to
plus.
see him flip the switch and turn it on and become a 20, 30 play guy.
And they
great.
get rid of a guy they were going to cut. That's all.
And he probably had good film that the Jaguars saw a need for, because Jefferson, you going to trust him behind Hamilton right now?
Yeah,
I don't.
That's the whole thing with this roster. Trying to figure out which of these guys is going to make it.
Is he an uptick is the question. Is he an uptick from Jefferson?
I don't think so.
Same guy?
Jordan.
Jordan
Jefferson.
Make
I
sure we
don't
get that
think
one
so,
right.
no. I don't think so.
Don't think so?
No, I think Jordan Jefferson's got a big body. It's just I don't know if he has to be motivated or whatever it is. He can play. We just haven't seen it.
I just love it.
We haven't seen
I love
it.
this.
That's all.
We're talking about a guy who has played on Super Bowl teams and contributed.
I know that.
And then the other guy that says
he's how old is he, Joe?
He's been in the league for a handful of years, but what has Jordan Jefferson done?
He's done nothing.
Okay, that's another bulky pick that was in the 4th round. When it's all said and done, you got 2 4th-rounders last year in Javon Foster and Jordan Jefferson that you probably are going to say goodbye to. Okay, that's another bulky.
Right. But if you're talking about their they're both end of roster guys. That's number one. Okay, and number two, I'd rather have the younger end of roster guy. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. No, look,
younger end of roster guy with a higher ceiling.
What you got? You got a problem with seasoned vets? You got a problem with a little age?
No,
sounds like it.
No, I don't.
But here's what's so funny.
I would have much rather have Big Sirs when he first came to the Jags than Big Sirs when he was with the Dolphins, right?
Okay, that's fair.
Okay.
Yeah, but here's what we say: a higher ceiling. How the hell do we know what the ceiling is of Jordan Jefferson?
We don't.
The other guy has contributed. He hasn't been a starter full time or anything like that, but he has contributed. That's the only thing I'm looking at. Is I can't help but look at it and go, well, wait a minute. This guy's made plays in the league.
In the past.
In the league.
Right.
And so that does matter. Whereas the other guy hasn't dressed the whole time and hasn't made plays in the league.
All right, how old is this kid?
Yeah, and so that definitely has to count for something. Anyway, like I do like the example of Big Surge a little bit later, a little longer in tooth, maybe. But here's another difference. Take Eric Murray right now, who also is a little longer in tooth and has experience. We're going to find out. He spent the last half a decade in Houston. He's basically in his 10th year. But is he going to be better than Ronald Darby in his 10th year? I hope so. So there is a difference. When you look at those guys, you're trying to figure out which of these guys comes in with credentials. And it ain't like Ronald Darby hadn't started, because he had, but he lost every bit of his skill set by the time he arrived here in Duval, because he just got torched on plays last year. So that's all you're trying to do is find guys, new set of eyes, better evaluators maybe when it comes to putting people on this roster that can lend some help on both sides of the ball.
How old is he, Matt?
He'll be 30 this year.
Yeah, Matt's like back, and he's throwing it in reverse right now is what he's doing.
He's not throwing it in reverse.
Yeah.
He's an interior defensive lineman. He'll be 30.
Yeah, right.
Who wasn't a starter.
Right. He was
just
a contributor.
backup in the NFL.
Yeah, exactly. Like I said, I'm not trying to gloss on this guy. My only point was...
Yeah, I think you kind of are, actually.
My only point is that you have a general manager that's not standing pat on who he has.
Oh, of course. I agree with that.
My whole point was in the third week of training camp, if you can find a guy and dispose of a guy that you were going to cut that can contribute, I'm going to call that a win.
Don't disagree with that at all.
Yeah.
All I was saying was you were making Keelan Saunders sound like he's, Aaron Donald.
It's Colin, actually.
Colin, and I was not. Okay, so let's. By the way, if I'm making Colin Saunders sound like Aaron Donald, you made Jordan Jefferson sound like Justin Jefferson. Okay, because ceiling, I haven't seen one. You?
I haven't either.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is he's young. He's got a big body. Let's see if it happens.
Okay, same thing with Javon Foster, young and a big body. Are you going to keep him on this roster?
No, of course not.
They're a pair of fourth round bulky.
Yeah, but there's
bulky buttes.
You can't just throw a huge umbrella over all these guys.
Well, not only did he go with the 48th overall pick with Mason Smith, who was coming off an injury, who was on a bad defense.
Yeah, well, that's a completely. If you want to get into that story, we can get into that story.
I know, but still, I'm making this one point. He doubled down on that bad LSU defense and went and got another guy from him, and then also hired a coach off of that side of the ball that had engineered that terrible defense for LSU. That's all.
By the way, to be fair to Matt House, Brian Kelly actually said this past spring in Destin in May, Matt House didn't forget how to coach football. We just didn't have the personnel on that side of the ball.
Well, whose fault is that?
Yeah, it's his.
One of the best half of coaches in America. Yep. All right, we're getting it cranking today. We got to say thanks to Beaver Chevy, Mitsubishi, Toyota. We missed them on Tuesday, so we'll brag on them today because they got great deals, especially a big deal going on at Beaver Mitsubishi. I'll be telling you all about it. But you guys join in, 641-1010. Jump in the conversation with the Jags joint down in Miami.
XL Primetime, driven by Duval Ford. When it comes to your favorite football team, John Osher is oh so sure to find the inside insight to keep you up to date. Wednesdays from 10 to noon on Jaguars Today. Served up by Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, scenic views.
Jags fans, a new Everbank Performance account could be your ticket to London this October. The Everbank London Getaway Experience. One lucky winner and a guest get round-trip airfare, hotel accommodations, and tickets to see the Jags play in London. Everbank.com/London for official rules. No purchase necessary to enter or win. Open to legal residents of the United States and D.C. 18 and older. Everbank London Getaway sweeps entry period 7/28/25 to 9/5/25. Enter and get official rules and details at everbank.com/London.
Looking for summer fun the whole family can enjoy? Check out Wick, a candle bar. Make your own custom candles and body care products in store at Wick, a candle bar. Locations in San Marco and Jax Beach.
You've got fantasy football questions. This is where you get your answers. 1010XL's Fantasy Football Draft Guide with insight from Hacker, Hayes, Fat Tony, and me, Mike Dempsey. Get the guide at 1010XL.com and on all of the 1010XL social channels.
Hi, folks. I'm Frank Frangie, and I got to tell you, I can't fix anything. I would be so lost with plumbing problems if not for Duck Duck Rooter. But everybody knows to call the Duck. Well, I do too. Whether it's plumbing, air conditioning, septic, they handle all of it, and nobody does a better job than our friends at Duck Duck Rooter. Any of those needs you have, call them today, 904-862-6769, or go to duckduckrooter.com. If you've got problems, call Duck Duck Rooter. They'll handle it. I guarantee it.
Hey everybody, it's Mike Dempsey, and I only like to recommend the best, which is why I'm proud to say that I chose Pella Windows and Doors for my own home. And now's a great time to upgrade your home with 0% financing for 60 months. That's 5 years of interest-free payments on the best windows and doors in the business. Don't wait. Schedule a free consultation at PellaJacks.com or visit their showroom on Phillips Highway just north of Bay Meadows. For quality you can trust and savings you can't miss, that's Pella Windows and Doors.
I'm Chris Campione. Veterans have given so much in the service of our country, but when it comes to legal challenges, you shouldn't have to fight alone. At Campione Law, we're here to help veterans like you get the support and compensation you deserve. Whether it's a workplace injury, a personal injury claim, or navigating a veteran's disability claim, we'll stand by your side every step of the way. Your service to our country matters. Let us serve you with the dedication and respect you deserve. Call Campione Law for a free consultation today. Campione Law, fighting for veterans, fighting for justice. Visit CampioneLaw.com.
Campione Law.
San Jose Collision in Mandarin is proud to be an iCar Gold Class collision repair facility. That means they meet the industry's highest training standards. Experience the difference at San Jose Collision in Mandarin.
Hi, this is Dave Barker. Want to grow your hair back?
IHRS right here in Jacksonville is the only hair transplant clinic in the country that offers multi-unit hair grafting, FUE neograft hair transplants, and the 45-minute effective PRP treatments.
Multi-unit hair grafting gave me more hair in one procedure and within my budget.
Thank you, IHRS.
IHRS showed me what was causing my hair loss and helped stop it.
Schedule a free evaluation and find out how to grow your hair back and keep the hair you have. Call 904-777-IHRS. Take the first step to restoring your hair today. Visit hairforme.com.
Now my hair will grow for the rest of my life. Thanks, IHRS.
IHRS has been restoring hair for men and women for over 30 years.
Call now for a free in-person or virtual evaluation. 904-777-IHRS. That's 904-777-4477. Or visit hair4me.com.
Rotator cuff injuries are common among athletes and those who have physically demanding careers. Don't let this injury keep you away from the sport you love. Dr. George Barry here, and the first thing you need to do with a serious shoulder injury is to diagnose where the damage is and how significant it is. Rotator cuff tears are either acute tears sustained during an injury or accident, or degenerative tears. If you're interested in learning more about rotator cuff repair and how our expert team of orthopedic surgeons can help you, call Barry Orthopedics today or visit barryorthopedics.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
No, it was just more like, do we want him now or potentially not in, Carolina? Like, it was more just being smart about, the next few weeks, because the ultimate goal is Carolina. So that's the thing that's at top of mind right now. And for him, could he have probably gone? I think so. Like, if this was Carolina, would he have probably played? Yeah. So we're moving in the right direction.
We know what cool sounds like. XL Primetime. But what does it feel like? Find out at FloridaHomeAC.com. 1010XL.
So that's Liam Cohen talking about Travis Hunter. If it was going into Carolina, that big home opener, cat-on-cat crime, then, yeah, you'd probably see Travis Hunter. But err on the side of caution if that's what you're going to do. Upper body injury, vague as all get out. And who knows what it was. We were talking about it earlier. It could be a chest contusion, as I play radio doctor. If someone just pierced the sternum, who the hell knows? It could be shoulder. It could be anything.
Could be a rib.
Yeah, it could be anything, upper body. And so anyway, they're basically saying, let's just go ahead and shelve him, bubble wrap him, however you want to describe it, for the here and now. And then when it's go time, be ready.
See, now I need to know what the injury is specifically.
I get
you can't call it the kid.
Yeah.
Well, he clearly said they're going to the next few weeks.
I know.
We got to be careful the next few weeks.
Yeah, and it's Because right now, this is going to be the never-ending question. I don't know if that's the way to phrase this, but until we find out, it's kind of like our conversation we had yesterday. Until we find out what he is capable of, Travis Hunter, on both sides of the ball, play count, performance level, all that stuff, we don't know. We have no idea. And so I don't blame them for saying, you know what? Let's just keep steady Eddie here. Keep doing your work. Let's just go ahead and focus on all the stuff.
Preferential treatment.
Yeah.
I'm sure some linemen that would like to be pulled out of practice because of upper body.
Well,
just saying.
By the way, he said the same thing about Tyson Campbell. Basically, like he probably could have gone if it was a real game, but they just held him out.
And then they put him in a non-contact jersey the last couple of days when we were watching in practice. I don't know if he was down there today. I haven't seen anything on Tyson Campbell, but anyway, that's what you're trying to do.
Hopefully it's just a soft tissue issue.
Yeah.
And it's not like a rib or a collarbone or a shoulder.
Right.
Hopefully just something that just needs rest.
Yeah. Yeah. And so all I'll ever think about with any of these things is just like, I'll hope like hell that he's as close to 100% when it's go time, when he's got to be ready to go.
And that was a practice injury. That wasn't a Steelers injury, was it?
Well, because he didn't. I don't know, because he practiced after that.
Right. So it definitely was a practice injury.
Yeah, and then he just didn't obviously dress for the Saints game. He wasn't the only guy, but there were plenty of other ones that didn't do it as well. So we're trying to figure it out as far as just the severity of it, if there is going to be any missed time. But you got some of these other guys we were talking about on the roster. The Caleb Ransaws, those are the guys that I would be worried about because they have missed a considerable amount of time.
And really Milam, too. I mean, we don't know what's going on with Milam either.
Yeah, and Milam's been gone for how long? A little, right at a week, right about that. And so, you don't know about him. Van Lanen and Ransaw have been missing for quite some time. So that's why I get the feeling that there's maybe more of a likelihood that they end up on the IR to start the season with a chance to come back. Who knows? But Ransaw is the guy that you wanted to see. And then Dennis Gardeck, another guy that is trying to come back and be healthy and ready to go. And Gardeck's the guy that they traded for, that they want to see if they can turn him in to a decent player on the football team. Yeah, well, I think that's how you have to view it right now. Yeah. JJ, just whip up one of these because Gardeck was with Hacker, just a quick interview, and the rehab process was one of the things that Hacker asked him about because you got to get this cat on the field to make sure that he's ready to go. Now, he had an ACL a year ago, during the season in Arizona. So this is what he was referring to as far as the rehab.
It feels really good. It's been a smooth process, which I feel like is all you can ask for. Bach and Ferg have done a great job since they've taken over the rehab. K2 and West in Arizona did a great job as well.
Yeah, so from there to here, he's trying to make sure that the knee is fully stabilized. What do you have to do when you're a linebacker, Leon? You got to run.
Yeah, you got to run. You got to cover. You got to go sideline to sideline. You got to hit gaps. You got to hit holes. You got to hit running backs. You got to tackle.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what was the ACL? That's usually, 10 months?
Yeah. Gio always puts it somewhere around that 9 month, but he also makes a point to say certain bodies.
Every injury is different. Everybody heals different.
Yeah. Certain bodies can rehabilitate or get over injury faster and recover and build strength around that ligament or that joint. Other ones can't. And it's crazy. Like Adrian Peterson set the bar way high for coming back. But anyway, we'll see how he does. Let's get to that real quick right now.
That just happened. Brought to you by Florida Home AC, the official air conditioning partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
I think we all kind of knew this, and I'm sure JJ probably has sounded this, but Liam Cohen said starters will not play
Yeah.
in Saturday's game against the Dolphins.
Okay, so when he's saying starters, that's across the board. And then the other side, Mike McDaniel, he didn't say specifically how many, but he said he's going to have starters in the final preseason game. Everyone's got a different philosophy as far as how they're going to do it. Anything else that he said?
Nope. I'm sure JJ will get the sound shortly. Yeah, but it's just you're looking at now second, third, fourth teamers.
Well, I told you guys when I left practice yesterday that first and second team were getting most of their work in, getting ready to go down for the joint, and then you just told yourself right then and there, all the other guys are going to play their tails off Saturday night. Okay. Those are going to be the guys.
Yeah, bubble guys, fence guys.
How much can really happen, though, Leon, on Saturday for the bubble guy and fence guys? How much? Can they do anything to change?
Well, I can tell you this, in those meetings right now, they've got 95% of the roster already wrapped up. Right. So they're hopeful that these other handful of guys can make an impact. Mm-hmm. If they don't, they're gonna probably move on from and go somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So they got a handful of guys that they're literally watching. Probably do the Jaguars play Saturday?
Yeah,
they play Saturday. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, but 95% of the roster is already a lock. Maybe a guy makes a play on special team. Maybe a guy gets an interception. It really doesn't matter because you're auditioning for other teams, basically. So the tackles, the sacks, the strip fumbles, all that kind of stuff. I mean, you're hoping that another team takes a shot with you.
So you're not even auditioning for your own team then, basically. It's basically everyone.
You may not be.
No,
you probably are not.
Yeah, you probably not. What you're trying to do is get on some film so another team can probably put you on their practice squad.
Yeah,
because if you can't make the practice squad.
So you don't think Braswell could get a couple picks off, or at least one pick off Tua, and it wouldn't make them think, okay, hang on a second.
Well, I think you could come up with a certain scenario that says that. Okay, sure, I do think you could, because Braswell, you might.
I say him because he's teetering right now.
Right, exactly. As Leon just described, bubble guys. Okay, and you could call bubble guys on this roster, or even bubble guys on the practice squad. And so Braswell's been on the practice squad trying to make the roster, and I thought he did enough last year where I thought he was going to make it. He didn't, but he's made a few plays. And then if you're using your example, then yeah, that might move the meter. You never know. But it's him.
What if my boy like Strigow gets a couple sacks against first teamers?
Yeah, yeah, likelihood now it won't happen.
Right.
But, yeah.
No, it won't happen. But I'm saying if something like that happens,
if he gets, if he
does it make them
out,
suddenly like reassess?
It might be. I mean, not for a roster.
So that's your camp guy, right? That's
my camp guy.
That's your camp
100%. It's my camp guy.
but it's funny. Like I'm thinking to myself, okay, DeAndre Prince. Okay, these types of guys. I'm just pulling up my.
What about training camp Trammell?
My flip card. Training camp Trammell.
I think he's making the team anyway.
You think so?
Yeah.
Like special teams.
Yeah,
I don't know about that.
Punt returner.
Yeah,
gunner.
Yeah, he.
Frangie said he expects him to make the team.
I do too,
which is great. I just saying I don't know about that.
Plus, they're familiar with him too.
Yeah, well, he's been. I'm pretty sure Liam was there, and actually, he may not. Yeah, Liam was there.
Yes.
No, I'm talking about in L.A.
Yeah, initially
he was there.
And wasn't he the third wide receiver in last Sunday's game?
Well, that's with Travis sitting down. So Parker was up. I would have.
So he was the 4. Yeah.
Yeah, I would have named him third. And
4 or 5.
Yeah, but
because Cephas was running there too.
Yeah, and by the way,
we just got cut.
Yeah, we just need to mention that because that was an injury settlement, and so I don't know quite how that works. If you know,
the injury settlement. Yeah, I'm familiar with it. The Dolphins. They give you half your salary.
Okay,
and he could still sign with someone else, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then they pay the other half. Is that how it works?
Well, no. If you get half your salary, you probably can't get on with another team until half the season.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I don't know. Honestly, I don't know how that works. He might be able to sign before then, but numbers may, finances may be.
Well, this was like 2001, so they might have changed.
And then going back to the Braswell and the DeAndre Prince and these guys, the argument is which of those guys represent the most to you in special teams as much as anything else, because those are the guys that you need. The core 4 guys that are going to be busting their humps, trying to make plays either in the return game, the kickoff, whatever it might be. And so Braswell, I'm a fan of. I think he's one of those guys that just it's tough to draw a line through his name. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just basically say, okay, he has done enough. He's always aware. Situationally, he's pretty dang smart. But does he have the closing and cover speed that you want? And so I could see him still being part of this team as a practice squad guy. It's just a matter of how far will that take you. And when we start talking about these draft picks, like I just mentioned, I love one of our texters. He suggested a balky booby as one of the descriptions as far as what Balky has done with this draft. My bad. He's done a lot of my bads, right, Leon?
Yes.
When it comes to some of these picks, because they just haven't panned out. And you're looking for a better roster overall. And as our texters are pointing out, our nooners are pointing out, raise the floor. That's what Jimmy Gladstone's is doing right now. Yeah. He's trying to find more guys that you can look at that are dressed on Sunday that can contribute.
Yeah, his guys.
Yes.
He has no loyalty to any bulky pick, draft pick, free agent, whatever it may be. The first thing they did when they came here is that they tried to upgrade the roster.
Yeah.
Free agents, drafting well. That's the only thing I'm concerned. I'm really going to be taking notice of how well these rookies that he drafted play down the stretch.
All right, one more of that before we hit the break, young sir.
That just happened. Brought to you by Florida Home AC, the official air conditioning partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
So we all remember Pat Fitzgerald, former Northwestern coach, who was fired because of alleged hazing incidences on his watch. He just settled his lawsuit with Northwestern. It was a $130 million lawsuit. Northwestern settled it. And in the settlement, Northwestern admits he did nothing wrong.
Oh, my gosh.
Let me say that again.
Are you kidding
Let me say
me?
that again. He did nothing wrong.
Are you kidding me?
He did nothing wrong.
Well, then he's going to get more than 130.
He's going to get a lot of cash. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah.
But the problem is he'll never get his reputation back.
Well,
because forever now he will be seen as the guy whose players hazed.
Okay, let me ask you this question, and then we'll throw some college football at you guys coming up here in just a second. But the question is simple. From administrator's point of view, will he be looked at differently? I would think he would. Now, maybe the outside world, just, whatever, Joe fan. But if Northwestern, a highly regarded academic institution, admits that he did nothing wrong, that's embarrassing. That is awful. All right.
Hang on. You want to hear like the breakdown of it real quick?
I want you to
We'll
hold
come
that.
back. We'll come back
Hold
and break
that.
it down.
All right. A little college knowledge will drop on you coming up on XL Primetime.
XL Primetime, driven by Duval Ford Mobile Service. Game-ready service right to your driveway.
Hey, Jacksonville. It's Dr. Kevin Kaplan, team physician for the Jaguars and proud member of Jacksonville's newest orthopedic dream team. At Orthopedic Specialists of Jacksonville, we brought together 10 board-certified, fellowship-trained surgeons, each one a specialist in their field, all working together to deliver smarter, faster care with better results. From sports injuries to joint replacements, we've got the right player for every position. Visit osjax.com and meet your team. That's osjax.com.
Looking to elevate your game night experience? Look no further than Best Bet. We're not just a card room, we're your destination for excitement, fun, and big wins. Whether you're a seasoned player or new to the game, we have something for everyone. Join us at Best Bet Jacksonville, Orange Park, or St. Augustine for thrilling tournaments, exciting promotions, and a vibrant atmosphere that will take your game night to the next level. Elevate your game night at Best Bet. Visit bestbetjax.com to learn more. That's bestbetjax.com.
Football is a game of inches, and at Front Runners Tap House, every inch counts. Catch every big play on their massive 396-inch giant television. The ultimate game day experience is waiting for you at Front Runners Tap House inside the Community First Igloo.
What does it mean when someone says the continental United States?
It's always a good idea to compare homeowners insurance rates when it's time to renew. Before storm season, log on to southernoak.com and get an instant quote or find an agent in your area.
Our family protecting yours. Southern Oak Insurance.
The continental United States refers to all United States in North America. Hawaii is in the southern hemisphere.
Southern Oak Insurance. Our family protecting yours.
Time now for a medical recap. A health and wellness tip from Jaguars head team physician, Dr. Kevin Kaplan.
Here's a simple tip for shoulder health to improve your posture. Slouching can put extra stress on your shoulders, leading to pain and injury. Make sure your head is over your shoulders are relaxed and pulled back, and your spine is properly aligned, whether you're sitting or standing. If you sit for long periods of time, make sure to get up and take breaks and work on pulling your shoulders back. Get up and get moving, Jax. Go Jags.
All right, Prosser here, and I've been telling you about Chad and Sandy. They make the promise. Let me show you some of the proof. This is Nicoletta and Daniel in Panther Creek. We don't recommend this, but we bought our new house before we sold our old one. Then worst case scenario happened. Our old home failed to sell in a year with another realtor. Finally, we got smart. We hired Chad and Sandy, and they sold it in 10 days above asking price. These are the results you're getting with Chad and Sandy at chadandsandy.com. Area homes are selling, but you got to have the right people on your side. Maybe you want max price. Doesn't matter if you're buying or selling. Maybe you just want to sell right now. Well, fast, easy, and stress-free, that's what Chad and Sandy bring to you. They have this guarantee. They guarantee your home sold at an agreed-upon price and deadline, or they will buy it. They're the local real estate experts you can trust for all of your real estate needs. Go to chadandsandy.com today. That's chadandsandy.com, or call that help hotline, 904-414-6200.
How do you know that your roof is ready for the next big storm? You don't. That's why you need to call me. I'm Ronnie, the owner of Brandon Roofing. We'll assess your roof and fix those issues before they become storm disasters. Visit BrandonRoofing.com today to schedule your free roofing quote.
License number CCC 1328006.
Been in a car crash? I'm local attorney Rick Alexander, and I've made it our mission at the Alexander Law Practice to listen to you so I can fight for the best possible result for you. I've been practicing over 30 years, and our team focuses on guiding you through the entire process. And because fees and reimbursement costs come out at the end of the case, I will never ask you to come out of pocket. For a free review, call 904-400-6600 or log on to alexanderlawpractice.com, Jacksonville.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555, Jacksonville. Now, another great guest on the Checkmate Coatings phone line. Hello. Your floor's missing piece.
When we say great, we know what greatness is. And he's on loan from Jaguars Today primarily is where you hear Johnny Shipley. But since he was down with the joint, we figured we'd dial up his phone to say hello. John, how you doing, bud?
Hey, doing great. How y'all doing?
Doing outstanding. I asked you earlier when I texted you, were you in that fight? Did you get rolled into the practice facility? Huh?
Yeah, no, I did the quarterback stance. I stayed as far away from that as I possibly could, but I kept all eyes on it.
All right, we're talking with John Shipley, who covers the Jaguars on a regular basis, down for the joint. I love the way Liam says the joint. So just paint a picture for us with that fight before we drill down on anything else.
I mean, it was a physical day. There were about three different ones, honestly. There were three different, full-on scuffles, and then two or three more times, it almost, it looked like it was almost potentially getting that way a little bit. It was a very physical, chippy practice. The first scuffle, I didn't see who started it, but I saw who ended it. De'Ami Brown threw some Dolphins player pretty much out of the club completely. The second fight, didn't see again who started it, but it spilled like all the way over from the field into, their little indoor facility. That's about 15, 20 yards off the field. So it was a really physical practice, but you get the sense talking to Jordan Lewis, Liam Cohen, Trevor Lawrence afterwards, that's kind of what they want. They need to get the work in. They don't want it to go too far, but they embrace the physicality and kind of the edge that they had to practice with.
Now, John, this is an important question. Did we win the fight is the question.
I'm going to go 2-1 Jaguars. Jaguars win.
Okay, all right. I can deal with that. Hey, John, I wanted to ask you, as far as the execution goes, as far as how did the offense look today?
The offense, it was definitely, I'd say, an inconsistent day for the offense. Cohen kind of spoke to it after practice, saying, they have a structure that this offense hasn't really seen yet, whether in training camp or in preseason games, et cetera. So there's definitely some sloppiness. There's definitely sometimes, like, for instance, in the red zone drills, Trevor Lawrence threw a pick to Minka Fitzpatrick where it didn't look like it was necessarily a bad decision or a bad throw, but him and Brendan Strange were just on two different pages there in terms of reading the coverage. So there was a lot of that going on. But I will say that if there was any bright spots for the offense, it was Brian Thomas Jr. and Bashal Tune. I thought Brian Thomas Jr. had a fantastic day. Cohen says much after practice that he kind of saw the light, switch kind of get flipped a little bit, just seeing how it's a more competitive practice. And, I mean, we all saw it from Brian Thomas last year. When you put him in a game, he's just a different kind of dude than he is, on the practice field or in the locker room, et cetera. So you definitely saw some bright spots, but overall I'd say it was probably a bit of a sloppy day from the offense.
I mean, John, that's great news. That's absolutely great news with Brian Thomas. That's been a concern for, I think, everyone, fans and the team alike, of his kind of uneven camp. And now you're telling us, like last year, he kind of emerged in these practices.
No, 100%. And, I can definitely sense, on social media, wherever, anxiety over, why isn't Brian Thomas Jr. having the greatest training camp or whatever. This is exactly what we saw last year. It took Brian Thomas Jr. probably until just about when the Tampa Bay Bucks came into town for joint practices for him to start stacking together some really good days. He is just, at the end of the day, he's a gamer. And are there areas he can improve? Sure. Would you probably prefer to see him look good in practice and in the game? Sure. But I'd say him kind of having a so-so camp and then turning it on against other teams is a much better version of Brian Thomas than the alternative, where you see him be, kind of a shell's superstar. And then when the games come on, it's too big for him.
We're talking with John Shipley. You can definitely check out all of his coverage. He covers the Jaguars very, very well, and you can find him on X _John_Shipley, and then go straight to the site. The other piece of news that I thought was pretty good, John, first off, all of our eyes kind of got big when we saw Eric Armstead on the practice field the other day, just quietly inserted into practice. Well, bottom line is, at least, and you may have watched this, but Omar Kelly said that he would have destroyed Tua on a sack play near the goal line. What did you think of him practicing today?
No, he had several disruptive plays. I mean, I'd say the defense in general took it to Miami today. The defensive line, the front guys got a lot of pressure, and Eric Armstead got some noticeable pressure. There were several times, not just that play, but during, full-on team drill periods where they had the whole, distance of the field where he was getting consistent pressure. I thought it was a really good day for Eric Armstead. I thought it's the kind of day that you want to see because, obviously he's a veteran guy. He's done a lot in his NFL career, but you want to see something before week one just to give you that little bit of quiet confidence. And to me, he showed that today. I think Eric Armstead and the defensive line in general were some of the biggest winners of the day.
So, John, the ones and twos are getting all the work this week, and then Liam has already said that they're not playing in the game come Saturday, right?
Oh, yeah. No, yeah. The starters will not be playing in the game. It really seemed like it was kind of a scheduling thing. Like, say if they held joint practices during the first week of the preseason, the starters probably would have sat the first week and then maybe play this week. But it doesn't seem like any starters this week. They got a lot of their work in today. Like I said, it was a very physical, competitive practice. You'll see a lot of backups and young guys in the game on Saturday, and there'll be a lot of guys who, it sure seems to me like they kind of know who their guys are that are going to make this team. Sands a couple spots, and a couple guys who have to fight for spots against guys who aren't even necessarily on this team yet. Maybe they have to prove something to keep the Jaguars away from wanting to pick up a guy via the waiver wire or something like that. So that, I think, is going to be the focus of the next few days here.
So, John, we were talking about this earlier in the show. The game Saturday, do you see any guy being able to do something enough for the Jaguars to at least say, wait, let's reassess him again?
I think so, because I think, if you're going out there and playing a game, it's still a part of the evaluation process. I don't think that, while they probably know for a lot of guys who have made the team, I wouldn't say that they've made the complete final decisions yet. I think there's still a couple guys and a couple battles going on, and maybe even not in terms of making the team, but maybe guys in terms of, their starting spot, whether it's at safety. There's been a lot of competition there, whether it's at linebacker where there's been a lot of competition. I definitely think, any time that they're out there on the field, whether it's a preseason game, whether it's a practice, I think it's always a time for evaluation.
All right, dude, we appreciate you taking the time, that's for sure. So real quick before we say goodbye, who is the one surprise guy? Because we look at the roster, you pretty much can say, okay, I don't know who's exactly starting at right guard or whatever it might be, but who's the one guy that surprised you this camp?
Yeah, I'd say the one guy who has surprised me has honestly been LaQuint Allen.
Okay.
I think that, there was a lot of excitement when they drafted him just because of the production that he had at Syracuse, especially as a wide receiver. But pass protection out of rookie running backs. I've covered, I think it's my 7th season covering the Jags. He is the best rookie running back by far I've seen in terms of pass protection. He isn't the biggest back, but it doesn't matter. He will absolutely take it to guys at the line of scrimmage, blitzing linebackers. I saw him have a rep against Devin Lloyd in their scrimmage last week where Devin Lloyd came screaming down the middle, and LaQuint stopped him dead in his tracks, and Devin Lloyd probably has about 30, 35 pounds on him. So I think he's been the guy who, to me, he's somebody who they have to have on the 53-man roster because, point blank, he's their best pass protector at running back.
Yeah, I think Jaguar fans are eating that up right now because if Jimmy Gladstone's gets 2 7th-rounders to make this roster that can contribute, that's money. All right, bro, we appreciate it. They can go to Jaguars on SI. They can check out _John_Shipley on X. We appreciate your time, bro.
Hey, thank you, guys. I appreciate y'all.
All right, safe drive back. Those that were down there getting ready for the game Saturday night after the joint today. All right, so let's follow that. We got to get back to the college football talk and Pat Fitzgerald ultimately winning against Northwestern when they said, hey, our bad. He did nothing wrong, even though they fired him. So we'll get into all that coming up. Beaver Toyota, Chevy, Mitsubishi, they are all there waiting for you. They are there to wow you every single day of the week, so make sure you check them out. And my buddy Cameron, I'll tweet this out, but the brand new Mitsubishi store right there in the AUG on US 1, a huge event coming up this weekend with all sorts of fun stuff surrounding it, so we'll tell you all about that. But you definitely can drop by any one of the dealerships and be treated the way they want you to have that wow you experience. All right, we're going to get into some college football, but stay on the Jaguars as well. It is XL Primetime.
XL Primetime, driven by Duval Ford.
He's been dominant here throughout the evening at Daytona.
The NASCAR Coke Zero Sugar 400, the Saturday night summer special at Daytona, driven by Maxey's Mechanics. From the station with the most horsepower, Daytona 1010XL.
Right now at Sonny's, Q Crew Rewards members get free kids meals Monday through Wednesday when dining in. Just another reason why it's always Sonny's here. Sonny's Barbecue, local pitmasters since '68.
Come to Monahan Jewelers store-wide 40 to 50% off sale going on now for a very limited time. Everything on display is 40 to 50% off at Monahan Jewelers. We've bought so much brand new jewelry, we need to make room for it. Diamond jewelry, engagement semi-mounts, colored gemstones, even gold chains. Right now, everything on display at Monahan Jewelers is 40 to 50% off. Jewelry's going quick, so come to Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach.
This date in sports history is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On August 21st, 2004, Michael Phelps wins his 6th gold medal at the Athens Olympics, even though he doesn't swim in the final of the men's 4x100 meter medley relay.
Hey, Hicken here for my friends at Clean and Freaks at Zero Res. Great time of the year to get your house Zero Resified. And right now, you can get your entire home clean from Jacksonville's ultimate carpet cleaner. You'll get 3 rooms of carpet clean starting at just $135. Plus, they're throwing in a free hallway and take $100 off the air duct cleaning. Schedule your appointment at ZeroResJacksonville.com or call 287-5727 and ask for the 1010XL special. Zero Res, spell it backwards or forwards. It spells the same. Zero Res.
Zero Res.
Attention men and women. If you would like to get your hair back, then you need to listen to some of our clients. John in Orange Park.
IHRS showed me what was causing my hair loss and helped stop it.
Call IHRS now at 904-777-IHRS. Find out how to grow your hair back with a free hair and scalp examination. Mike from Bay Meadows.
I finally found the most experienced company who could restore my hair. Now I have hair where I had none before.
Results guaranteed. Diane from Ponte Vedra.
Now I have what lotions couldn't give me. Thick, beautiful hair.
Find out why you're losing your hair and how to grow your hair back. Call 904-777-IHRS for a limited time free hair and scalp examination.
Now my hair will grow for the rest of my life. Thanks, IHRS.
Thank you, IHRS.
Thanks, IHRS, for giving me my hair back.
Hurry and receive a free hair and scalp examination and get 2 weeks of laser treatments for free. Call IHRS at 904-777-IHRS. That's 904-777-4477. Hair4me.com.
After an accident, you may have an x-ray that looks normal, but you're still in pain. That's because soft tissue injuries like sprains and tears don't show up on x-rays. And if an insurance company doesn't see it, they may not believe you're hurt.
When they don't take your pain seriously, we fight back. We know doctors who are experts in diagnosing soft tissue injuries. They can help us prove that your pain is real, and we'll seek to get you paid for all of your future medical expenses.
Farah and Farah, Jacksonville.
Plan ahead this year and order your home holiday decorating from Kuhn Flowers. They'll take care of all your Christmas tree setup, lighting, and decorating hassles. This is Frank Frangie. Call on Kuhn Flowers. They'll do it all this fall.
If your house feels like a Florida swamp and your thermostat's just throwing out suggestions, then it's time to call Duck Duck Air Conditioning.
They showed up fast, fixed it right, and even cleaned up after. My house is finally chilled, and so am I.
Whether your AC needs a quick fix, a full replacement, or just a little TLC, Duck Duck Air Conditioning has got you covered with fast and honest service. Call 904-862-6769 to get your cool back, or online at duckduckac.com. When your AC is stuck, call the Duck.
UB40, the Relentless Tour 2025. This Saturday night, St. Augustine Amphitheater, with special guest, The Fix. Get tickets now at AXS.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. We know what cool sounds like. XL Prime Time. But what does it feel like? Find out at FloridaHomeAC.com. 1010XL.
So at the press conference today, after the joint practice there down in Davie against the Jaguars and the Miami Dolphins, Liam Cohen said something interesting. Quote, "It's going to be darn near impossible to have 4 running backs on game day." So they're still working through it. You got it, JJ? Let's hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're still right in the thick of it, honestly. I mean, I think that we've seen great things from all 4 of those guys, really. Knowing that it's going to be darn near impossible to have 4 with a jersey on game day. That's the challenge that we have to work through over the next few weeks. You know, he did. I thought he had a better day than he did yesterday at practice. He stepped it up a little bit better today. 1 and 4 got some quality work, but they've continued to kind of do the right thing for us. And then Quint, man, in pass protection continues to do a nice job. So we've got some work to do over the next few weeks here before Carolina to figure out who's going to get a jersey. And special teams has a lot to do with that as well.
Okay, so you guys, you hear that cut courtesy of Jaguars.com, Liam Cohen at the podium after the practice today. And the interesting thing that's being said is that a jersey on him game day. So that doesn't mean that they won't have 4 to make the 53.
I get that.
It's a matter of
I get that.
Who do they dress? Now,
also, I think you have to look at all of this through the lens of they didn't draft ETN
right.
and take
and does that let's just say they keep 4 and dress 3. Does that tip their hands scouting wise? Because every team's trying to look ahead. Mm-hmm. When this guy's in, they want to run these types of plays. Leon, you know what we're talking about. But does it tip their hand, and will they be looking at that? But at a minimum, this also says to what Matt just said. Hey, once we're done with the preseason, if anyone is in need of a running back, let's make sure 1 and 4 we at least discuss the possibility of maybe shipping somebody somewhere.
Those 2 will be on the trading block.
Yeah.
I mean, because they like LaQuint. That's their guy. They drafted.
Yeah.
All right. You put him on practice squad, he's gone.
Yeah, and
he's gone.
He's gone.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes, he's absolutely gone. So now you when you do your eval, you say to yourself, okay, the guys we drafted, they're good. All right. We're going to keep them. So ATN or Tank might be some team out there. Guy gets injured. They might be draft capital. Maybe can get a 6 for one or the other.
Right. Now, he didn't say anything neg about
No, he didn't.
No, he said they're both doing everything.
It's good that they're both doing great.
And
yes.
I still can see the best chance to success for Liam in his first year is to have both of those guys on the team. And not to say, like we argued earlier, about whether just because a guy's had a bunch of NFL action doesn't mean he's better than the other guy who hasn't seen it, because that's just not a foolproof argument. But those dudes can thrive, I think, in his offense. And they do already understand the speed of the game and everything like that.
And you got to ask yourself this question, too. How bad would it feel if you lost a 7th rounder?
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah.
Well, I think you also have to ask yourself this question while you're looking at it, again, through the lens of they didn't draft those 2 guys.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Is he also saying they've done everything we've asked? Those guys have done everything we've asked. They've had great camps. Is he doing that to let the 31 other teams know?
Yeah, exactly.
There's nothing wrong with these guys.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We're just going with younger guys.
And I feel like right now you can put, if you want, you can put shiny pieces out there for other people to see.
Sure.
Okay, let's make this the 10-10 take real quick, JJ, before we hit the top of the hour.
Now, Joe C's 10-10 take. Slow smoked and served up by Sonny's Barbecue. Local pit masters since 68.
When I say shiny pieces, I'm thinking about that Sonny's Barbecue menu, because I see shiny pieces. All you can eat ribs for less than $20.
That's shiny.
That is a shiny object to me. All right, you can drop on by any one of your area Sonny's and enjoy it. That's for sure, along with plenty of other specials. But the shiny pieces, if you feel like you have a surplus, this goes back to what we were talking about with Colin Saunders in New Orleans. If they felt like they had a surplus of one position and maybe thin of the other, then they might be willing to do a deal. Well, this football team's not going to stand pat on anything. And if they can show that playmaking ability for ETN in this type of offense versus what they had a year ago, then maybe someone is willing to pick up that last year of his contract. I don't necessarily see them moving Tank, but it ain't impossible, because Tank and Bashal Tutin look like the same guy, but there just aren't a whole lot of transactions that are, let's be honest, transactions for running backs in the National Football League. Are there? It doesn't seem like there's a bunch of them. So it would have to be someone who has an injury to a player who feels a little desperate. That's the 10-10 tech for that to happen.
I wouldn't mind getting interior defensive lineman for Etienne. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah. Well, they went and got one, and an IDL.
No, but I mean one that can actually, line up and let's go. Let's go get it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But it would that would be a prized piece that someone else has given up, and that would likely mean dollars if that's going to happen.
How much is Etienne's option?
That option, I want to say, was $8 million.
$8 million?
I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
I have to go back and look, but I'm pretty sure that's what it was.
He's also young. I mean, you have to look. I mean, they're selling that too.
Mm-hmm.
He's not like an old guy. He's still a young guy.
But
I think he's 25.
The neg to Travis Etienne is that he took a lot of hits in college. He's taken a lot of hits.
He's still got some speed though, man.
Oh yeah. Believe me, I like the idea of what he can be in this offense. I really do. Between the two,
I mean, honestly, he'd crush it like with the Chiefs.
Yeah,
crush it.
Yeah. Well, you never know, that type of team.
Or the Rams.
Maybe looking. Rams just took care of Kyron, so they're not going to do that. Right. At least I wouldn't think they are. So anyway, that's where you're at. Trying to figure that deal out. All right, into the 1 o'clock hour, more on your Jaguars, into the college football chatter that we promised you. That'll be upcoming. Beaver Chevy, Beaver Toyota, Beaver Mitsubishi, bringing you today's show. We love that you hang out with us. Hit the text line, 641-1010. Some of your thoughts on this roster. You can do that on the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosure.
XL Primetime.
Driven by Duval Ford.
Each one of us remembers when we felt it the first time, when you looked up and down those bleachers and saw 90,000 saluting alongside you. When you first saw a Gator.
1010XL.
When you're faced with damage in your home from water, fire, or mold, you need a team with the expertise to fix it right.
Rest-O-Pros!
A locally owned, nationally backed franchise that's here to help you when you need them. A team that does it right the first time.
Rest-O-Pros!
Remember, you don't have to use the insurance company's preferred contractors. Get it done right by a licensed professional you can trust. Call 904-201-9151 or go to RestoProsAnyFlorida.com. That's RestoProsAnyFlorida.com.
Rest-O-Pros!
Chicken Salad Chick has scratch-made Southern-style chicken salad in every bite. It's quick and delicious, so why wait? Come taste the best chicken salad today at Town Center, Durban Park, Butler Point, and now in Ortega Park. Chicken Salad Chick.
XL Primetime is back weekdays noon to 2, and on Wednesdays, join Dr. George Bari at 1:20 for the latest in sports injuries from all the big names in the game. Make sure you catch Dr. George Bari on XL Primetime Wednesdays at 1:20 on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Beer, water, beer. That's a pretty good game plan when it comes to battling the summer heat. When you hit the beach, fishing hole, or golf course, make sure you hydrate. Anheuser-Busch is always up for a good time. Just remember to drink responsibly.
At Keon Atlantic, the savings are back in session. You'll just need to follow these simple rules to make the most of your back to school. Step 1, switch out your car for an upgrade. Step 2, drive a new Kia starting at $20K. Step 3, make no payments for a whole 90 days. Hurry in to start back to school in a big way. Online at KeonAtlantic.com. Keon Atlantic, your coastal Kia connection. For complete details, call 904-250-0587.
Jax is more than a city, beaches, suburbs, or a destination. We're a community that takes care of each other. I'm former Jaguar Tom McManus. J-Dog Junk Removal and Hauling is dedicated to serving you with respect and integrity. We haul construction debris or property cleanouts for managers, owners, and realtors. We do it all. Call 506-1256 for your free estimate today. We're here for you. We're veteran-owned and operated. J-Dog Junk Removal and Hauling.
Your doctor says your testosterone is normal. Normal for who? Beta males? That's where those lab ranges come from. Male Excel uses optimal levels, where you were at 25, not where outdated mainstream medicine thinks you should be. Our protocol is different. Daily dosing, multiple hormones, personalized to your body, not some insurance company's spreadsheet. This is precision medicine, not sick care. Try MaleExcel.com, free test. Stop being normal. start being optimal.
Lucas Tree Service is a certified arborist and a local family-owned business with over 45 years of experience. They specialize in tree removal, trimming, and stump grinding for both residential and commercial properties. Get prepared for storm season and receive top-notch customer service from Lucas Tree Service, 904-241-3533. Online at lucastreeservice.com.
Frank Frangie here for Coyle & Sons Fencing. Jacksonville is full of memorable sports memories. Remember Morton Anderson missing a chip shot field goal that launched the Jags into the playoffs in 1996? You know who doesn't miss? Coyle & Sons Fencing. If you're in the market for a new fence, I recommend calling Coyle & Sons today at 904-356-4821. That's 904-356-4821. Or visit CoyleJacks.com. That's C-O-Y-L-E, Jacks.com. Coyle & Sons, keeping your business and home safe for nearly a century.
This is your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm RJ Saunders for 1010XL. This update brought to you by TopDressing.com. Former Florida head coach Urban Meyer will have his National Football Foundation on-campus salute at Ben Hill Griffin Stadium when the Gators host Tennessee on November 22nd. Right now, 92 degrees at 1 o'clock, time in 10, brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. This is XL Primetime, brought to you by Florida Home AC. Now that's cool on 1010XL.
Been having a good time today, hanging out, hearing from those that were down at the joint, including John Shipley from Jaguars on SI, talking about how the practice went, the wins, the losses, play to play. That's how we look at everything.
Chip does a good job, by the way.
Oh, my gosh, yeah.
He works his butt off.
Yeah, he covers it very well. And there's so many of them that do it on a regular basis that cover it very well. And Jaguar fans eat it up. They love it. Between all, like we do.
He and Johnny O and Demetrius, those guys all.
Oh, yeah. And there's plenty of them. And T. Holmes, all of my, I like all those guys that do a good job, Justin. There's plenty of them that do it on a regular basis. Augustus, all of them. So
let's not forget about Gus.
Yeah. Gustavo.
I only follow Hayes Carline.
Yeah. You ever heard of him?
Well, I mean, he's like, he's like a
Jags reporter.
He's at the top.
He's
I mean,
embedded.
I don't want to embarrass him all the time.
Yeah. Gushing. He's right now.
He'll be coming up in an hour, by the way.
Exactly. I saw him in the building. He's right now going, hello? Hayes. He went Herm Edwards on us.
He does.
Hello?
He knows that.
Yeah, he knows. We love him. All right, so let's kick it over to the CFB side, if you don't mind.
Time to drop some college knowledge on XL Primetime. Brought to you by Modelo, the official beer of the college football playoff.
All right, I want to get into what people view as the top players to look forward to this year. And then also, there's a good piece that was done about the last decade of losers, okay? The most overhyped teams the last decade that we'll get into. But let's at least start with what Matt was talking about earlier as far as Northwestern is concerned.
So Northwestern and Pat Fitzgerald have been going back and forth in a lawsuit over alleged hazing within the program.
Mm-hmm.
They said he knew all about it, said he condoned it. That's why they fired him, okay? That the fact that he knew about it meant he condoned it, okay?
Hazing of players.
Correct. Hazing of players by other players.
Mm-hmm.
So we're 2.5 years now into this thing, almost 3. And lo and behold, Northwestern settles today. And Northwestern releases a statement. And I can guarantee you this statement they released was part of the settlement. Like Fitzgerald's attorney said, no, the statement's going to read like this.
Right.
Not what you want. It's going to read just like this.
It's coming from you, and this is how it's going to be
Listen
said.
to this statement. And it's just amazing what Northwestern did to this guy. Northwestern's number one priority is the health and safety of all members of its community, including our student athletes. The university has taken action to ensure hazing will not occur again, including new training and additional steps for feedback and reporting. Now, here we go. While the litigation brought to light highly inappropriate conduct for the football program and the harm it caused, the evidence uncovered during extensive discovery did not establish that any player reported hazing to Coach Fitzgerald or that Coach Fitzgerald condoned or directed any hazing. Moreover, when presented with the details of the conduct, he was incredibly upset and saddened by the negative impact this conduct had on players within the program. Northwestern appreciates Coach Fitzgerald's 26 years as a Northwestern player and coach. 26 years. That's what they did to this guy. Northwestern is proud of Coach Fitzgerald's team's success on the field as well as its success in the classroom. Northwestern football had the highest graduation rate of any Division I football program from 2016 to 2022. This is what Northwestern released with the idea that they had a settlement. Now, he wanted $130 million. He probably didn't get 130, but I bet he got a boatload of cash.
So what makes you think he didn't get all of that?
I mean, I guess he could have. I guess he could have, yeah.
Doesn't it sound like...
Because his reputation is gone. No matter what he does, he's still going to be the guy that was part of the hazing problem at Northwestern.
So what about the kids? Because it was what I remember was a storyline where it was like the 4 or 5 kids, and they just conjured up this story that they were being hazed, and there was some sexual hazing going on as well too.
I mean, all I know is there was, quote, extensive discovery by the university and its attorneys.
That's a career assassination.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's exactly what it is.
And especially with a guy that, I'm not going to say he was above reproach, but he wasn't a guy that was questioned very often about anything that he did, especially, like we said, on a campus that highly regarded academic institution. This, it's crazy. You remember
he became the face of that university. That hoity-toity academic university that's one of the best in the nation. And Pat Fitzgerald, a football coach, became the face of that university.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And so anyway, that's so interesting. We'll find out. But I do think if administrators understand who the guy is and what he's all about, then he'll be able to beat that label or whatever it is that's been put on him. But from the outside looking in, a lot of people will be saying, oh, that's that dude that got accused or got caught hazing players or whatever. All right, so top 30 players in America, Leon, in college football that we can look forward to, beginning with Week 0 in Farmageddon coming up on Saturday. Carson Beck is among them, okay? He is 29th, according to those that are just throwing out the big names. Yeah. Top 30, you agree with that? You like it?
I like that he's top 30, but I counted the amount of quarterbacks that's in front of him.
Yeah.
8. 2 of them got 10 starts collectively.
And he's got 2 of them have 10 starts collectively.
Yes.
And they're ranked higher.
Ranked higher than Carson Beck. And he's 29-3 in the SEC. That's got to have some kind of merit.
Yeah.
He's been in the big games, only lost 3 of them.
I agree. If you look at, like, now.
Klubnik is number 4.
All I'm saying is it sounds to me like you're trying to convince yourself that
I'm not trying to convince.
Carson Beck
I'm
is...
speaking facts.
All right.
Yeah.
Are they not facts?
They are facts.
Okay, then.
Especially with 2 players that are ranked higher that have a total of 10 starts.
Yeah, that part.
They are facts. It just sounds like you're a little bit uneasy about your
No, not at all.
All
So
right.
he's a Kane now, so I'm going to defend him.
Yeah.
I'm his counsel.
So last year, a quote down year.
Thank you, JJ.
A down year when they gave up on him. He had nearly 3,500 yards and 28 touchdowns.
Yeah, he had the receivers dropped 33 balls last year.
Yeah, led the I guess Power 4 schools in that.
And the offensive line, frankly, underachieved last year at Georgia.
Yeah. All right, so a few other guys that jump out at you. Alabama, while they might have been fleeced of the Caleb Downs and the Julian Sands of the world, they still got some good players.
Yeah.
Linebacker Deontay Lawson's among the top 30. They got a couple of other guys that are on that side of the ball. DJ Lagway is 25th. 25th. Any objection to that?
He's one of the guys that I bunched in together with Arch Manning.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's
less than 10
that's
starts.
a lot like Arch. It's a lot like Arch where you're throwing them way up there based on potential.
Yeah.
Certainly could be there. No doubt about it. It could be a lot higher than that, Joe, actually, at the end of the season.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like right now, if he's 25th in the minds of people who are at least forecasting who the best players in college football are going to be, he could easily be a top 10 player when he comes back for his 3rd year. All right. What did we call him? CC Mauinoa, the big offensive lineman. I think that was his
from Utah?
Yeah. No, the American Samoan from...
For the Canes.
For the Canes.
Yeah.
Where is he? He's not in the top 30.
He's 24th.
Is he 24th?
Yeah.
Nice.
And he is a big-time big time talent.
I mean, he's a mountain.
He is.
Yeah.
He's a
Huge
big man.
human
Got
being.
good feet, transitions well out of his stance, powerful. I mean, that one play, I think it was a screen play. He's coming downfield. He's knocking people down. Oh, I love that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And he's humble.
He's not going to be there in the third round next year, is what you're saying.
He what?
He won't be there in the third round next April.
No, he won't. No, next
He's saying
April.
when the Jags have
The
a
Jags pick. I mean,
No, absolutely not. No, he won't be there.
He's projected
Top
right
10.
now.
That'd be nice to have someone like that.
Oh my God, wouldn't it be?
Yeah.
Man, yeah, he's projected top 10, bro.
Yeah, and CC is his nickname, and he is a proud American Samoan. He's impressive. We talked to him up at the ACC kickoff. By the way, one of the other quarterbacks ahead of Carson Beck, Sam Levitt, quarterback out of Arizona State sophomore. And Dillingham right now is looking for those guys that are going to step up and be that guy.
They got a good team.
Lenora Sellers is 19th. I don't think you could argue with that. When you take a look, like we said,
I wouldn't put him ahead of Carson Beck.
You would not put him ahead of him. All right, why not?
Because I mean, I've watched Carson Beck play the last 2 years.
All right.
I know what kind of talent.
I'm only thinking of.
Lenore Sellers, who I think could be once again a guy that potentially could be very good.
Right. I think
he's not even close to the throw that Carson Beck is.
No, I agree with you in the sense that he hasn't accomplished as much. He's only been a 1-year starter versus Carson, who's had 2 solid years as a starter for Georgia and now goes down to Miami. But the lid got popped off of Lenoris and the excitement.
It did, but I also think
at the end of the year.
I also think Carson is negatively impacted in these things where people think of him differently because Georgia didn't do anything his 2 years there.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't win a national championship. They didn't get the national championship game. You know what I mean? They didn't even get to the playoff the first year, which, was an absolute joke that they didn't get in that playoff, but that's another story for another time.
Right.
But that's what I think is holding him down. Is people see Georgia as, well, Georgia's regressed a little bit.
Yeah, and he's a cane, and it's easy to hate when you're Miami Hurricane.
Is that what you think? Look at you. You're getting all defensive over there.
I'm just saying, this gives him another reason to hate on him.
All right, Drew Aller, 17th. Can't really argue with it.
No, but I would put Beck way over Drew Aller.
Yeah.
Way over him.
So basically, you're saying all these guys, they just banking on potential. This is a potential.
Well, I mean, Aller's in his third year as a starter.
Yeah.
And by the way, he had numbers that were very similar to Beck a year ago.
Oh, okay.
So they probably should have been a little bit closer. And I'm not even making this an exercise about Beck being too low. I'm just trying to name the big names. Aller is among the top 20. John Mateer is among the top 20. And that also is because the excitement level that he brought to the table.
Well, he also had a just huge season last year.
Yeah, it was good.
He threw for over 3,000, ran for 1,000, had 41 total touchdowns.
I think he had 44.
44.
Yeah, because he was, he had a total of 29.
I'm telling you guys, Oklahoma's going to be a problem.
I think it was 29 and
people.
15. And so,
they're going to be a problem for people in the SEC this year.
Caden Proctor among the top 20, top dozen players in the league. Ryan Williams. Those are 2 more Alabama stars. So let's not think that Kalen DeVore doesn't have what he needs to bounce back from a 3-loss year, because he's got some players.
I don't know he has a quarterback yet.
Right.
I don't think any of us know when he has a
We're
quarterback.
going to find that out. A couple of other guys real quick. Dylan Stewart, defensive end out of South Carolina, another really good player.
He's a stud, bro.
Yeah, both him and Peter Woods, both from the Palmetto State, one Cocky, one Clemson, and they're both among the top 10. Nussmeier is 8th. Let's see.
Way too high.
Way high?
Way too high.
Well, he threw a lot
I
of
know
picks.
Denny loves him, but
he threw a lot of picks. But I'm telling you what,
he's reckless with the ball. That's what I don't like about him.
He looks like one of the more. I just think he looks like one of the more pure pocket passers.
He is, no doubt.
In college football.
I think he takes way too many chances, though.
Okay, all right. We'll see. We'll see what Brian Kelly does to clean it up, because that's what we mentioned as far as what he did. Jaden Daniels, year 1 to year 2. Real quick, TJ Parker.
Yeah, but Jaden didn't take enough chances. That was literally what they had to coach him. He had to start throwing the ball into tighter windows because he didn't want to.
And Garrett, back him off a little bit.
Yeah.
Just to finish this up, Jeremiah Love, and then Leon still can't get over Cade Klubnik being number 4. Caleb Downs.
I'm with you about Cade Klubnik. I'm totally with you about Cade Klubnik.
He's got to he does. This is a major year for him. He has been one of those uneven guys when it comes to his Clemson career.
Well, he's uneven in big games, and that's the problem.
Yeah.
All right, we'll carry over a little more college football with some judgments coming up here in just a second, including War Eagle. This is so fascinating what War Eagle did in the last week. Stick around. A Beaver, Toyota, Chevy, Mitsubishi, Thursday right here on XL Primetime. Thanks for hanging out with us.
XL Primetime, driven by big #1 Duval Ford, the #1 place to buy your next vehicle. He's Jacksonville's official tape checker.
I'm Jeff Logman.
And he tells you about it Tuesdays during football season on Jaguars Today. Inspected by. Go to the pros Napa know-how. JacksNapaAutoCareGroup.com on 1010XL.
Garrett Scantling here, and once again, thanks to Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, I'm back to training for the 2028 Olympics in LA. My torn hip labrum issue is resolved thanks to Dr. Doward, and Dr. Acevedo keeps my feet healthy too. Training and competing, that's what it's all about for me. And Southeast Orthopedic Specialists has me in top condition.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Now this is how you end a summer. Under the lights, surrounded by history. The driver's last shot at the playoffs. Your last chance to see regular season action. Friday night, Xfinity lights the fuse. Saturday night, the Cup Series delivers the fireworks. This is Daytona. This is everything. NASCAR weekend at Daytona International Speedway, August 22nd and 23rd. Get your tickets now at DaytonaInternationalSpeedway.com.
Join XL Primetime with me, Matt Hayes, and Joe Coward from Cigars International this Friday. Kick off your weekend with a cigar, a cocktail, and plenty of preseason football. Catch XL Primetime live with Cigars International this Friday from noon to 2.
Jimerson Burr is a full-service, Florida-based commercial law firm dedicated to helping businesses manage risk, maximize opportunities, and move their company forward. Jimerson Burr attorneys are business-oriented lawyers, equally comfortable as community leaders, private transaction counselors, or courtroom advocates. If you have a legal issue of any kind affecting your business, contact the firm at 389-0050 or jimersonfirm.com.
Jacksonville is my hometown, and nobody knows roofing like me. I'm Ronnie, the owner of Brandon Roofing. We handle everything from repairs to full roof replacements, start to finish. We give honest quotes, use quality materials, and clean up like we were never there. We all look at Google reviews, so go ahead and check out ours. We're proud of all our 5-star ratings. I would say we treat you like family, but some people don't like theirs. Go to BrandonRoofing.com today to schedule your free roof quote.
License number CCC 1328006.
Hey everybody, it's Mike Dempsey, and I only like to recommend the best, which is why I'm proud to say that I chose Pella Windows and Doors for my own home. And now's a great time to upgrade your home with 0% financing for 60 months. That's 5 years of interest-free payments on the best windows and doors in the business. Don't wait. Schedule a free consultation at PellaJacks.com or visit their showroom on Phillips Highway just north of Bay Meadows. For quality you can trust and savings you can't miss, that's Pella Windows and Doors.
Yo, this is Tony from Tony D's. Are you looking for a great slice of pizza? Well, we have about 12 varieties. Most places won't have slices of pizza after lunch. At Tony D's, you can get a slice all day. It's always fresh at Tony D's Pizza. Bay Meadows and 295.
Home is where your story begins. And at Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing, we're here to make it the healthiest, most comfortable place it could be. Whether it's fresh, clean air, dependable plumbing, or reliable power, we take care of it all. From routine maintenance to state-of-the-art solutions, Donovan keeps your home running smoothly. Because at Donovan, we believe your home isn't just where you live, it's where your health meets comfort. Call Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing at 904-270-COOL or visit us online. Let's make your home healthier, safer, and better together.
Let's get the work done.
Training camp is here.
Up, quick feet.
1010XL's training camp coverage is backed by Roland Reach Plumbing and Green Acres Sporting Goods.
Let's go. Here we go. Let's go. It's live now. Let's go. Hi, I'm Mac with Baker Glass. If you've got fogged up windows, let me help. We'll replace them with clear, insulated units that brighten up your home. People say we're fast, friendly, and reliable. Just check out our Google reviews. Call me today. Baker Glass. No one treats you better.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. We know what cool sounds like. XL Prime Time. But what does it feel like? Find out at FloridaHomeAC.com. 1010XL.
Loving how close we are to kicking it off for real in college football, how close we are to wrapping up the preseason in the NFL and then getting on to that 53-man roster and getting on to Well, capping Carolina week 1, Sunday at the Bank. Love it. All right, XL Primetime.
Is that what you said?
It's capping. I'm just saying they're gonna score more. That's my version of capping. All right, XL Primetime on Beaver, Toyota, Chevy, Mitsubishi Thursday. Big Sirs, Matty Hayes. Check out his stuff at USA Today Sports. Joe C, JJ, and we got Aaron. He is plugging away on the board right now. So let's do some judgments right now.
Here comes the judge. Order in the court. I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
All right, our man Chris Campione ready to help you if you find yourself in front of the judge. So we got some judgments that we want to tear through, see what you guys think about these. But don't forget, the entire team of attorneys, champions for justice. They are right here in Duval and St. Johns County. Make sure you check them out. You can easily log on campionelaw.com and know you're getting a team of local attorneys working for you. It could be personal injury, anything else. Just make sure you know that you have them on your side. All right, now this guy has his team on his side. Deion Sanders, primetime, coach of the Colorado Buffaloes. It's like we were wondering whether or not he would stick around after he said goodbye to his son, Shador, and shipped him off to the NFL. He is sounding more and more like a mentor. Listen to this soundbite of Deion Sanders talking to his team as they get ready for school.
We start school when, Ben? Tomorrow. No slides. If I see you with, I'm going to send people to campus tomorrow. If I see you with slides on campus, it's going to be a problem. If I see you with a hoodie on in class or some headphones on in class, it's going to be a problem. If I see you sitting in the back of the classroom, it's going to be a problem. Do we understand that? And if you're online and you have online classes and you don't have a shirt on, or you got a white beat on, or you have some stupid on that causes a distraction, or you walk around during that online session, it's going to be a problem. We good with that, guys?
I love it. He's old school. Listen, at Miami, we had what we call drive-bys. You know what drive-bys were? Each coach had your schedule, and if you were in your dorm room and with the time of their schedule, you had to do hurricane reminders. Coaches would they would pay students to make sure we went to class too. They get reports, bro.
I love it.
I love it too. It's sad that you got to go through all that to make sure that you go to class.
Well, what's crazy is, honestly, I think that's the first head coach I've heard in a while that's mentioned academics, actual attendance of classes, which is what you were originally thought of as a student athlete.
And listen, he broke a record there too. The first time in Colorado Buffalo history that the whole football team had over 3.0.
Oh, see, I love that. Honestly, that's the stuff that maybe doesn't get recognized with Deion. And salute him for that,
yes,
right?
Of course.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about. It's not even just going to class. That's important, obviously. But and I say this all the time, college isn't so much about going to class and getting a degree as it is proving you can survive on your own for 4 or 5 years. And that's what he's teaching them.
Yeah.
That's what he's teaching them, how to be a young adult and surviving. That's awesome. I love it.
And he's also letting these kids know, because most of the kids when they come in there, all they think about is going pro. And he tells them, a lot of y'all not going pro.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to have to get jobs. Right. You got to get degrees so you can get jobs and start your own business. So I love that about Deion. I mean, because a lot of those kids go in there, they're delusional. They see everybody, hey, I'm going to the NFL. Maybe you won't. But
98.5% of them will not.
They will not. Exactly. If they knew the percentage of guys who went to the pros, it's less than 1%.
Yeah, and imagine even lasting more than 3.5 years, which is the average of players that if they do make it. The other thing is that he is now entering a time where he can be an impactful guy on these young people's lives. And it's kind of impressive that when he went to Boulder, remember, he whacked like 2/3 of that roster, if not 3/4 of that roster.
They had 82 of their 85 roster scholarship guys were new guys.
So, which is just a crazy number. And I thought to myself, well, is he going and getting renegades? Is he going and getting guys that are going to come in? But this sounds a hell of a lot better than maybe what I thought it was.
I know we're being positive, but isn't Matt supposed to be taking the other view? Isn't that the whole point of this?
The other view. What's the other view?
The other view is I didn't come here to play school.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So It's supposed to be Leon saying one thing.
No. In this one,
because this isn't like that.
We're
they're not doing that.
Yeah, we're not. Here comes the judge. This is just judgments. What do you think about it? Yeah. See, now
we can agree on things, JJ.
Yeah,
there are some attorneys that actually agree on things.
Yeah, exactly.
Leon and I are two attorneys that agree on things.
We can kumbaya, okay, every once in a while if we want. I think you might agree on this one too. Let's move on because this just absolutely cracks me up. Okay, War Eagle. Okay. I know you're out there right now. You on the plains, you Auburn Tigers, Jordan Hare fans, you War Eagle, you're champions, okay? You didn't even know how much of a champion you are until today. The Tigers, they are recognized as the 1957 and 2010 national champions in a game we call football. Auburn, recognized by the Associated Press as the number one team in the country in 1957, and Cam Newton was part of that BCS championship team after the 2010 season. Well, Auburn now will celebrate pre-major college football poll era titles from 1910, 1913, 1914, along with 1958, 1983, 1993, and 2004. They are champions. War Eagle just went up.
I just threw up in my mouth.
Okay. They now have recognized themselves. And I love the quote from, I think it's either the president or the athletic director, John Cohen. He says, for too long, Auburn has chosen a humble approach to our program's storied history, choosing to only recognize AP national champions. Starting this fall, we have made the decision to honor the accomplishments of our deserving student athletes, coaches, and teams from Auburn's proud history.
This is what we have to do. We have to do this, okay?
Yeah.
I don't care what Auburn's record is this year. I don't care if they're 4-8. I don't care if they're 9-3, okay? We have to name them XLP national champion. And then we're going to get on social media. We're going to say, we just named you national champion. Here's another one for you.
And I think I might even go to Trophy Smack and get them a championship belt and send it to them.
We're doing that. I'm not kidding. We are 100% doing that.
So they can put it in their
so they crowned themselves is what they did.
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically they took a page out of the Crimson Tide.
Yeah, same thing.
Right? Because
UCF.
Well, Alabama. Well, of course, UCF.
Your school.
Undefeated, bro. National champs, okay? The Crimson Tide tout 18 championships. Now, 13 times they were voted number one by either the AP or the coaches poll or both. But they have said they have 18 of them titles, which is just beautiful.
So 13 realistic, okay? And Saban has more than half.
I love it.
Think about that.
It's nuts what he was able to do in the amount of time that he was there. Honestly,
wasn't Florida on probation?
He has less than that.
One time, and they went on.
LSU was 7.
Wasn't Florida? Was it? Florida wasn't on probation one year, and then
Florida finished number one in the New York Times poll.
They finished number one in the New York Times poll.
And
it'll be great to see Scott Strickland say, "Oh yeah, well we were number one in '84 then."
But it's funny if you go back and you look at this. Okay, let's just do this real quick. All right. I don't know anything about 1913 or any of those, but 1983, they were rocking and rolling. They had a great team. That was
83.
Yeah,
that was Vincent.
Yeah, and if you go 83,
that was Vincent Jackson was a 983.
Right.
Yeah,
I'm just trying to think of what their record was. But anyway, 93 as well.
Terry Bowden's first team.
That was Terry when they went undefeated and they were on probation. And then when you go to 2004, they were the team left out. There were 3 undefeated teams that year.
Would have got smoked by USC.
Probably.
Or Oklahoma.
But at least you have the argument that you didn't get smoked, like Oklahoma.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, so they went to the bowl game and won by 3 points against Virginia Tech.
Yeah.
Right.
If you want to win because LSU and USC actually did split.
Yeah.
So, if you wanted to get that, Auburn's only chance was to go in there and blow out Virginia Tech, and they barely held on for a win.
And then Tubbs went to the national championship game, which was in New Orleans, I believe, and was just literally politicking the entire time in the press box.
Yeah.
About how Auburn should be number one.
And look,
and now he's a politician.
Yeah, it's so funny because
it was in the Orange Bowl. It's in the Orange Bowl.
A golf magazine named them number one, and Tuberville said he would.
Golf Aficionado, that golf magazine?
Yeah, he would. Golf Digest named them national champions that year. He said he absolutely would take that.
Is that a joke?
No, I think they did it. Well, they did it as a joke. But,
okay.
But it was so funny because I'm just reading the numbers.
Auburn has no shame, just no shame at all. Seriously,
they were.
Well, first of all, they trying to tally with 83. That's messing with our crown now.
Yeah.
All right, so stay in your lane.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, y'all.
All right, real quick, let's wrap up with one more.
Nebraska went for 2.
You got a break.
All right,
strike that from the record.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you, JJ.
Are you guys cool with the idea that Cracker Barrel has changed their logo?
Oh, no.
Yeah, they changed their logo.
I haven't seen it.
And they have a redesign. You can see the picture here, and obviously any of you guys can go to X. But anyway, it's just an old dude in a rocking chair.
Let's see, scan that thing.
And it's an old dude in a rocking chair and a barrel. And
yeah, I don't mind that at all.
Yeah.
No, they took it away.
They took it away.
Oh, that's the old one.
That's the old one. Now it just says
Why?
Cracker Barrel on it. They Photoshopped the old man right out of there.
I don't want to know why, because you're going to tell me something why, and it's going to get me angry. It's going to give me agita. I don't want to hear it.
They also have changed like the entire look of the restaurant.
Exactly. So
it looks like a lame diner now.
Like when you walked in before, you had just whatever old school. You started off with rocking chairs. You had the knickknacks.
Feels
and everything
very
like that.
Bud Lightish. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, it's and by the way, they've overcome that. Okay. I don't think we need.
I know they have. I know the NFG. I know. I get all that.
Gosh, man.
I get all of that. But you know.
And so all I'm simply saying is they changed the logo. I didn't need a commentary. I just wanted to know whether you like that.
Well, you can't open up that box and not think something's going to come out of it.
Well, I know if you mess up that little souvenir store when you walk in, you are in trouble. Okay.
Why would you screw with something that works? I don't really like the place, but it's so successful.
Their new lady CEO wanted to change things up, and she.
Are you
did.
being serious? Or are you
Yes,
kidding?
Oh yeah,
dead
very serious. Yeah.
And she's facing lots of backlash online.
Yep. So there you go.
So I think they're going to go back to it.
I'm a Golden Corral type of guy.
I'm a Chow's guy.
Yeah, that's the new one right
Me
there.
too, bro. Yeah. Every time we go by, there's packed.
No matter what time of day.
No matter what time of day, that place is packed.
I'm pretty sure you guys do need to.
I don't know.
Oh, we need to.
Okay, you guys do need to know this. Any buffet is packed, okay?
Bro, but that one is
Not
different.
like Chow's.
It's different. Not like Chow's, man.
Chinese American buffet or whatever it's called. Remember when we had a listener like the first week they were open who went and tested
it was
for
freaking
us?
great.
There's also a little backlash about one of the hotel chains that is like backing off of their buffet for breakfast. And people are freaking out.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not sure which one it is, but they're freaking out a little bit like, wait a minute. You can't use the word buffet if it ain't.
Yeah, but apparently
a
there's
buffet.
like sushi there and chicken fried steak.
Right next to each other.
Yeah, you can't
Some
beat
spaghetti.
it. Michael in the middle would go to one of those, and I can't remember, it was called Century Buffet or whatever it was. And I'm telling you, they would destroy, like, not go get another plate, go get another vat of this or whatever it was. And they, when they were playing baseball or whatever, they would just destroy it. All right, there you go. Judgments brought to you by Campione Law. Don't forget, if you are in front of the judge and you need help, you need the proper representation, that's the one you want to go to. Champions for Justice. They will take care of you. You can easily find a team of local attorneys. Duval, Nassau, Clay, St. John's, wherever. They will definitely be there for you. Log on, CampioneLaw.com.
XL Primetime from the big #1 Duval Ford Studios.
Call 904-500-COOL. Ideal Conditions.
Do you trust the diagnostic you just got for your AC? Call Ideal Conditions now to get a free second opinion with a limited time offer of $50 off repairs of $300 or more. Just mention this station. For a limited time, we're doing $79 one-time AC tune-ups as well.
Call 904-500-COOL.
Honk if you see us. Call for service.
Ideal Conditions.
IdealConditionsJax.com.
Cigar smokers, mark your calendars. On August 22nd, 3 to 7, join us at Cigars International Superstore at the Town Center for an epic Oliva event. Meet Ralphie Solar from Oliva. Grab exclusive deals on Oliva boxes and sip drinks at our full bar. Relax in our indoor and outdoor lounges with TVs. Don't miss this smoking good time. This Friday, August 22nd, 3 to 7 p.m., Cigars International Superstore, Jacksonville at the Town Center.
Hey, Jacksonville, I'm sure by now you've seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We are an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We are committed to customer service, reliability, and have unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today. GFL, green for life.
Big Chief Tire is always looking for ways to better serve the Jacksonville community we call home. Lauren Brooks here. Starting Monday, June 16th, they are opening their 6th shop location in Mandarin, providing more Jacksonville residents with a locally owned auto repair business that they can trust. Visit the new shop on San Jose Boulevard today for all your vehicle needs, including brake repair, new tires, and more. Visit WeKeepJacksRollin.com or call 904-932-0950 to schedule an appointment today.
Tailgaters parking season passes are on sale now. Secure your Jaguar season parking today. Enjoy indoor restrooms, a full-service bar and grill, access 4 hours before kickoff. Visit tailgatersparking.com and book your space today.
Football season is here, so I've got to get organized. Lauren Brooks here. Closets by Design creates custom storage for every space, lifestyle, and budget. From closets to garages to laundry rooms or entertainment centers, wherever that clutter has taken over. Call today to schedule a free in-home consultation and receive 40% off plus an additional 15% off with free installation. Yes, that's 40% off plus an additional 15% off this month only. Call 904-878-9393 or visit closetsbydesign.com.
Daly's Dash is not only your Jaguars game day stop, but a great place to grab a meal any day of the week. To honor the Jags and the fans, we've crafted the Duval Sub. The Duval comes with freshly sliced turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheese, topped with crisp lettuce, fresh tomatoes, and a double portion of our secret sauce, all served on a fresh roll. Come by your local's Daly's Dash today to get your delicious Duval Sub. Daly's is the official convenience store sponsor of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Here's Linda Beaver.
Hey, school's in session, and here's today's lesson. We have hundreds of certified vehicles to choose from, starting as low as $89.99. Plus, they come with a 7-year, 100,000-mile peace of mind warranty and free oil changes. That means you and your soon-to-be drivers will be protected. Plus, every purchase allows us to fund teachers' projects for the entire school year. Your next assignment, get to Beaver Toyota in St. Augustine, Beaver Chevrolet in Jacksonville, or Beaver Mitsubishi in St. Augustine. We're here to wow you and our teachers.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. This is XL Primetime. Brought to you by Florida Home AC. Now that's cool on 1010XL.
Getting close to the 2 o'clock hour, we got the Francis Show rolling in. Then you got Jaguars programming coming up at 4 o'clock this afternoon. And speaking of your Jags, they went down to the joint and went toe-to-toe with the Miami Dolphins. The last of the joint practices for the Dolphins, because they had been involved in a couple of other ones, so it was just a one-day deal, and then they got the final preseason game coming up on Saturday night. But back and forth, they went big. We were talking about it earlier. We had John Shipley on, who was at the practice, big fight breaking out. He said, what was it, a total like 3?
Yeah, he said it was 3 fights. Yeah.
3 fights, and he scored Jacksonville 2-1.
2-1, yeah.
Over Miami.
Yeah.
2-1, wow.
Yeah, which is not bad, because
I like that.
Trayvon was one of them, and...
Well, that's 1-0 against anybody.
And he said Diami was the other. So, like, I'll take
who lost? Give me.
Trayvon's not losing to anybody.
I'm not sure who lost.
Who's a loser?
Does he lose to anybody?
Who cost us undefeated?
If you're Trayvon, do you lose to anybody?
No, he shouldn't. Absolutely not.
In the league, I mean. Nobody.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know how feisty he is, but he obviously he is grown man strong.
I got a feeling he gets upset. That's
he is a huge, he's one of those, he could be an Incredible Hulk kind of guy because he's such a big specimen, and his body chiseled right now, okay? He's not one of those guys that's last in the gassers, okay? He put himself in a great position to earn himself a nice contract in this offseason coming up, or maybe during the season, who knows? But Trayvon looks driven right now.
You know, Johnny O gave him a little compliment, so to say. He said, Leon, he reminds me of you when you play. You know, tough, mean, and about your business when you're on the field. I said, okay.
The ozone.
Yeah, the ozone game. Yeah, we was out talking about that in training camp. He said, reminds me a lot of you, Leon.
That's a compliment to you, bro.
Well, that's a compliment to him, too, because he goes about his business.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
That's an unsolicited comment from Johnny O, and I do like how you just complimented Trayvon, because he's like
you did.
you.
Like it or not, you did.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah. He's like you, which is good. Look, you knew your craft, you worked your craft, and you honed your craft.
Yeah.
And that's what this guy
You took pride in your craft when you're on the field.
And this is a chance for him. I don't know how great he's going to be. I think Matt's forecasting big numbers this year. But anyway, he's got a really, really good opportunity to become a dominant guy at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and I think he wants to be. I know a lot of people saying, they want him to have success because he wants to get that next big contract. But I think he has personal goals to where he had back-to-back. I mean, he came in as a rookie and only had 2 sacks. Well, we leaped on him. And now he's had back-to-back 10-sack seasons. I think 13 is – I think he can get 13.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
And I think if he does get 13, he's going to get a giant contract.
Oh, he's going to get a huge deal.
Yeah. And it depends on –
This deal will be better than Josh Hines-Allen's deal.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and if that happens, then they got to step up and pay. But I'm expecting both of them to have decent years if anything happens inside. I'm telling you, we've thrown darts at Eric Armstead and Mason Smith a little bit during this training camp. But if Eric Armstead comes in and
with good reason,
I'm not saying it wasn't warranted.
Right.
And honestly, I don't know how warranted it is with Mason Smith. I really don't. But Eric Armstead,
I'm going with with JJ's explanation of Mason Smith.
For Mason Smith, which was what? I'm trying to remember.
JJ, what's your explanation again?
I'm trying to remember what it was. He's training Aaron, okay? He's full on training.
I just think he needed to get in shape.
That's not what you said.
That's all.
You said one word.
So,
fat with a P.
and he still looked like he was toting a little extra in the gassers.
We
the
were
other
like
day.
all breaking it down in the pre-show meeting. JJ just goes, fat.
Yeah, and I'll never forget whoever photoshopped that one with Gabe Davis and hands,
right hands
last year, which was just hilarious.
On the injury report, Gabe Davis hands.
It was just hilarious. But I don't know how hurt Eric Armstead was and how much of this was a veteran move. I'm not surprised that it could have.
He was bedridden, Joe. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Couldn't even leave the house.
It could have been a nice veteran move on his part, but come in and be a playmaker. Okay, that is what all Duval wants to see. Man of the year becomes man on the field, and he becomes a playmaker. And if he's swimming through those interior offensive linemen and making plays, because the one that Omar tweeted out today, he would have blown up Tua in a real game. You got to have that, bro, and that will make 41 and 44 that much better.
Yeah, listen, if he goes up and has a 8-sack season, a couple of tackle for loss, strip, all this about him not coming to practice and missing training camp is going to disappear.
Completely forgotten.
8-sack season.
And
I'll have some of that.
I do.
And batted balls.
I'll take the under on that. Okay.
You take the under 8?
Yes.
Hey,
listen, I'm still in what do you call it?
Augie optimism right now. Don't rip that away from the man right now.
Goodness,
okay,
the dream killer.
Yeah, when things go south, then you can go south.
I watched the guy chase on a play against the Colts, and I not touch one person.
I know.
Listen, when I'm saying touch, I mean literally not touch a person.
I know.
That's when the funk was here, bro. The funk was there.
Yeah,
it was stanky.
Hey, he changed positions. He went to the general manager, who was him at that time.
The general manager was him at the time. It totally was.
And said, I'm changing
I've told myself I'm changing positions.
And so
I told myself I play like crap in the other position.
Just see how it goes. But I do like the idea of something happening in that interior defensive line.
I told myself to get in shape.
Yeah, to get those guys going on the outside. But yes, a veteran move.
I told myself I may or may not have back issues as well in training camp.
Well, we don't know. We really don't. And he's back. That's all. I think that's like Leon said. Go make some plays. Will anybody care? No. His coaches have to deal with whatever that motivation is and get it out of him and all that kind of stuff. So negative.
It's like I told you when I walked in from the break. I said, "Watch the 310-pound spark plug is going to force a fumble in the first game."
Yeah,
you're going to go. I told you he was a good pickup.
Well, I like the look of him compared to what we have had. The mighty Jordan Jeffersons that you've referred to. We'll find out. I would love to see Tyler Lacey, another first half of the draft pick. Was Lacey might have been a 4th rounder as well.
No, he was later.
No. He was.
No. I was thinking the kid from Texas Tech. You're right. He was a 4th rounder.
Yeah, I believe he was a 4th rounder.
Yeah.
But the Laceys, the Jeffersons, the Javon Fosters of the world.
I mean, if you're 6'4", 330, you got to be able to push somebody, don't you?
Yeah.
That's kind of what I'm thinking with Jefferson.
Yeah.
At some point, it's got to
It hasn't happened.
No, it hasn't.
He's had I understand if you're a rookie and you don't make enough plays, you're not dressing as often, and so on. But this team needs interior defensive line help, and he wasn't able to flash.
Yeah, can't you stumble into a couple plays if you're that big?
You should be. He was 6'3", 360.
He's 6'4".
6'4".
Hang on, he's not.
Yeah.
All right, hang on.
You don't think
All
he
I know
is?
is that
I thought he was big. I thought he was.
If you continue to get beat, you're not that guy. Okay, there's really no
Apparently
other
you're not.
way. There's no other way to get around it.
What do you got him listed at?
Jordan Jefferson is 6'2", 316.
All right.
316?
Yeah.
Okay.
But he's like Devon Hamilton.
I mean, for that position, he's a little squatty too, actually, for that
yeah,
position.
well, that's kind of that
big
nose.
asses and big thighs. Yeah.
Yes, that's kind
He
of that.
does have the big ass and big thighs.
Like Rare was a big John Henn and a big Marcus Stroud inside.
But those guys were 6'.
Yeah, they were massive.
5, 6'8".
6'5" and 6'7".
Yeah.
They
You
were
need to go out there and
big.
get you a Wolford.
Oh, my God.
That's what you need.
Yeah.
Like a Vince, like
All
a
right.
6 foot, 350, 340.
On that note, that's a mic drop, Leon.
XL Primetime, driven by big number 1 Duval Ford, the number 1 place to buy your next vehicle.
Josie for Hard Rock Bet, and I know you've been waiting for this. College football is back with massive matchups to kick off the season in style. The only thing better than hearing your favorite school's fight song is the sound of cha-ching. Hard Rock Bet makes it easy to place your bets so you can feel like the big man on campus. Download the Hard Rock Bet app or log on hardrock.bet. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Hey, it's Carline here. If you're shopping for a new ride, you've got to check out Atlantic Infinity. Not only do you get a luxury vehicle, you also get the Atlantic Infinity Promise Free with every new car. That's almost $2,500 in added value just for buying smarter, and you don't have to sweat it out on the lot. Shop in their indoor, climate-controlled showrooms. It's cool, comfortable, hassle-free. They're on Atlantic near St. John's Bluff, or browse anytime at atlanticinfinity.com.
Duck Rooter. We've seen it all. Whatever's blocking your pipes, we'll get it flowing again. Call 904-862-6769 now to schedule your drain cleaning service. That's 904-862-6769 or online at duckduckrooter.com.
The dog days of summer are here, and Superior Fence and Rail is throwing you a bone. Right now, get 5% off any fence project 100 linear feet or more through August 22nd. Whether you're looking for added privacy or to keep your pets and family safe, now is the perfect time to invest. Contact Superior Fence and Rail today for your free estimate. Cannot be combined with other offers. New contracts only.
When you're on the fence, about a fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
Blue here for the Blue Crab House, located right off of San Jose. It's on Jewington Creek Road. They've been around since 1996. Indoor-outdoor dining. Also, takeout is available at the Blue Crab House. Open 4:30 to 9, Tuesday through Saturday. Sunday, noon until 9. Remember, Tuesday, $2 margaritas. Wednesday, $1 oyster night. How about the blue crabs? How about my personal favorite, the Canadian snow crabs? Whatever it is that you fancy, you get it right there. The Blue Crab House.
Looking for a great place to enjoy some craft creations and soak up some scenery? Fernandina's Mocama Beer Company is a must-see and must-try. Nassau County knows it. Visitors need to find out about it. Mocama means near the big water where the sun is born. And if you visit their tap room in Fernandina Beach, you'll see how they've mastered equal parts precision and art in creating great flavors from IPAs to Pilsners, lagers, and sours, plus plenty more. Mocama.com, Mocama Beer Company. Start an adventure and find them in Fernandina.
If you are an experienced electrician looking for your next big opportunity, look no further than the Millard Electric Company, a trusted name in the industry for over 96 years. At Millard Electric, we tackle the biggest projects in the city, offering you the chance to showcase your skills on a grand scale. We believe in rewarding hard work with the best pay, top-notch benefits, and an unbeatable culture where people actually care about each other. Take your career to new heights with Millard Electric Company. Apply today at millercareers.com. Millard Electric, an equal opportunity employer.
SportsForecaster.com has all the data you need to project tomorrow's winners. Register for free and track the performance of all your favorite players and teams, including all your fantasy team picks and prospects. Sports Forecaster has the most detailed player profiles on the web, precise depth charts, every transaction, every injury, every news update. No ranting or raving, no preening or barstool bluster. At sportsforecaster.com, you get the timely info you need for every game. Sportsforecaster.com. Sign up for free today.
How do you know that your roof is ready for the next big storm? You don't. That's why you need to call me. I'm Ronnie, the owner of Brandon Roofing. We'll assess your roof and fix those issues before they become storm disasters. Visit BrandonRoofing.com today to schedule your free roofing quote.
License number CCC 1328006.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Now the cool down with Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing, keeping Jack's cool since '87.
All right, my takeaway is Jags were a little feisty today in the matchup against the Dolphins. I like that. Nothing wrong with a good old swinging fisticuffs every now and then. Heated battles, trash talking, profanity slinging everywhere. I love it. I love that. That's football, baby. I'm concerned, though, that the fact that Shipley said that the offense looks sloppy. That's a little concerning to me, especially against another team. You know, I mean, if you look all good in practice is one thing, but then you know you got to play, like JJ said, you know you got to play other teams every week by week by week.
And game plan against them.
Exactly. So a little concerned about that, but other than if everybody came out healthy, I'm good to go.
By the way, Prisco was at the practice. Right. He tweeted out, it looked like two teams that were done with camp. He said it was a bad practice, both teams.
Oh.
Okay, that's interesting. So
let's two tired teams, basically.
Okay,
they were annoyed and they fought, and it was a bad practice.
Yeah, just getting like, I want to get the heck out.
Our practice just
I want to do something different. And that's basically what some of them have been towards the end. Although Liam and company went longer both Tuesday and Wednesday, longer than the players expected.
Last week, right.
Yeah, I give them credit for that. This past week, I give them credit for that. They kept it going.
All right. My takeaway is I'm feeling good about Colin Saunders.
Mm-hmm. Feeling good?
Yeah.
Better?
Get like 12, 15 plays out of him a game, we'll be good.
Good. Listen, I want to see him return one for a score. Okay, that's first off.
I mean, there's no doubt in my mind he will force a fumble week one. I guarantee he does.
First one for a score. I think it will be a scoop and score. Now that I'm going to dream that. I'm going to dream about the big man. 330 some pounds of
5'11", 330.
Yeah.
No, 324. But to your point, he's
a full 6
He's
foot.
Probably 330.
Yeah, he's a full 6 foot. All right, let's get to Trevor real quick on the practice today, and not complimentary of what was going on offense. He said it was sloppy.
A little sloppy. You know, I think speaking individually, there was a couple throws I missed, and then just a couple miscommunications. You know, and it's good to go against a different defense. We've been going against our defense all camp, so just to see different looks, different disguises, to have to really play each play as its own and go back to some of our base rules is good for us as an offense, and kind of just measuring stick, like, hey, this is where we're at. This is kind of what we showed today. Let's learn from it and get better. So I think that's just an honest assessment of today. There's some stuff to clean up, but I thought guys competed hard, flew around. Just got to clean up some of the details.
All right, you'll hear a little.
I was just going to tell you one thing about Trev. He's always on point.
Yeah.
He doesn't say anything off script.
Well, no, and it's
nothing.
It's standard.
Always, yes.
It's standard operational procedure, but
it's
I would
all boilerplate.
I'd like to hear a little tick in him.
So would I. That's what I'm saying. But he every single time he talks, it's always right down the middle. Man.
Right, and just we got to work on that, and we'll get better. Okay, which I want him to get pissed off about it a little bit. I tell you, I know a guy who could do that right now.
Now, the 2-minute drill is driven by nobody but Nimnik. Nimnik Chevrolet on Cassett Avenue and Nimnik Buick GMC on Phillips Highway.
We don't need Trevor to get ticked off about the offense performance. The Embedded and Shredded will serve it up for us right now. Young Hayes Carline.
I think Trevor's just saving himself for the 1-6 start. I kid.
That was Hayes Carline.
Yeah.
Not Matt Hayes.
Not the other Hayes. Do not crush their dreams, okay? Not yet. Not yet.
Yeah,
Hey.
not yet. Not yet. We still have the football games to play, but yeah. I mean, look, I thought it was interesting because I was looking at like Omar Kelly's timeline, the columnist for the Miami Herald, and if you look through his timeline, there was a lot of good stuff the Jaguars did. Like Armstead showed up, Braswell, Trayvon,
Ventrell,
BT, Ventrell. That's right. And so, I mean, again, I wasn't there to see it. It sounds like there was bad on both sides, and a little bit of good. Again, it's the worst camp I ever saw them have, and I didn't see the joint practice in New England that year, but I saw them be dreadful in camp, go to New England, and basically get embarrassed for 2 days was the narrative coming out of that. And that was in 2017, and they made it to the AFC title game. I mean, you can't put a whole lot of stock in these in this time frame.
Look at the smile on his face. Look what you've just done to him. Seriously.
The gleam in his eye, man.
Yeah, I mean, the best thing today is you didn't get a tweet from one of the reporters that was down there saying, Hines Allen needs the cart. Trayvon Walker needs the cart. Trevor Lawrence needs the cart. Like, and I will say this, like, I'm really now fascinated to see what the next 72 hours hold for the Jags, in terms of getting to these cuts. Because I was stunned that Liam Cohen said that one of these 4 backs is not going to be active on game day.
Yeah,
I mean, that makes no sense to me.
Yeah, it was interesting, bro.
No sense. And then, I say that. it's surprising because they've all 4 been good.
Yeah.
And so, to have one of these 4 be a healthy scratch, boy, that's going to be interesting to see how that works, if that's what ends up happening. And he made it very clear that if you're one of these last guys that makes the 53, don't sign any big-time leases. Certainly don't purchase a home in that 24-hour window because, I mean, they're going to be bringing in guys. Yeah. Now, will it be a 2013 9 new guys walk in for week 1 like Caldwell and Bradley did that first year? I don't think it'll be that drastic. It doesn't need to be that drastic. That year, they were basically an expansion team in terms of talent.
And they were really building their own.
But you got to think, I mean, look at how James Gladstone viewed De'Ami Brown.
Yeah.
And he might be right. But, I mean, who would have thought it would have been a $10 million 1-year deal? And he's like, but I loved him coming out of college. So Les Snead is getting ready to cut. Just look at the Rams before you even get to the other 31 clubs.
Yeah.
Like Les Snead is going to be cutting players that James Gladstone probably was pounding the table for the Rams to select. So I would say, like, be ready for 4 or 5. So I feel bad because you're going to have like several Jaguars, I would imagine, make the initial 53, only to be told 24 hours later, sorry, you're cut. We're picking up another guy. But that's life in the NFL. It's one of the reasons we love it. It's the most cutthroat competitive sport in our country, and we'll talk all about it coming up on the Frangie Show. Lauren Brooks will join us at 3 o'clock there in Vegas. So we'll get the latest from Lauren Brooks in terms of how everything's going for the Helmets and Heels crew out in Vegas.
It's going to be like Jason Kelsey. He's going to say, I'm cramping now.
I was expecting him to say, God bless America or something.
He's going to be done. He's done. He's cooked.
Yeah.
He's spent. Thank
I'm
you,
done.
Hayes.
Thank you, guys.
All right. We are done. We're spent.
I wish I had a mirror so you could see the look on your face when he said, and then they went to the AFC Championship game.
He brings me joy.
You had this huge smile on your face.
All right. We are out of here. We say thanks to the Beaver family of dealerships. Don't forget, they are all over the First Coast. They are there to wow you. You can definitely check them out online at any one of their 3 locations. We done. Joe C., we will be at Cigars International in the Town Center tomorrow, along with Coach Campos. So hopefully you guys can drop on by.
XL Primetime from the big #1 Duval Ford Studios. Feel the